Hello again, hope everyone is doing well. Today's video is going to be a mail day, since I had a ton of backed up mail when I came back, but also a collection update. I was just going to do a mail day video initially, but then I realized if I opened 30 plus packages on camera, it would take probably over an hour. So I packaged them up separately, and I'm going to be showing them with the rest of my collection, which is good because I want to have a video representing how my collection looks at the start of 2023. So I don't want to do a huge intro on this video. I want to get straight into the cards, but I have split them up a bit. The first lot is my PC cards. So I personally collect players who have debuted after 2000 generally, and generally I look at high-end Hall of Famers. There are a few exceptions which I'm going to talk about as I go through the cards, but yeah, that's generally what I look at. So the first card is Luke Hodge. I'm going to go through. This is his best rookie card out of 225. Signed right there, draft pick signature. This one I paid $160 for. This is a new one to my collection since I've been away, but I did buy it a while back now, and I think $160 is way too cheap for someone like Luke Hodge, a legend of the game and one of the best leaders the game has ever seen. Next card is Lachie Neale. This is one of the players who doesn't really fit the bill as a high-end Hall of Famer, in my opinion, but I think this card was just too good a value to pass up. I got it just before I thought he was going to win his second Brownlow, so that didn't happen, but I still think it's great value. It's from footycards.com.au, so not select, not really a reputable footy card manufacturer, but the fact is that Lachie Neale doesn't have any select cards until about 2015, I think, 2016. I'll have to double check that one, but yeah, he doesn't have any cards that you would say is a rookie from Select. So this is his best rookie card in my opinion, limited to 50 copies, signed. So yeah, I think this will age pretty well. Next card is Travis Boak. So we're getting into the collection I bought from a guy in Canada while I was in the US, and I've already made a video on this before, so I'm not going to go too deep into these cards. But yeah, these are exactly the cards I look for my PC. This Travis Boak is out of $450. I paid $100 for it, I believe. Next one, Joel Selwood, same transaction and the same year, same release. This is a pretty hot card at the moment, seeing as what Selwood did last year at the very end of his career. I'm just going to zoom through these ones as you guys have already seen them in a previous video. I'd recommend checking that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, this is the Jack Rewalt, same release again, and then we've got the Sam Mitchell from 2004 Ovation. I think I said Conquest last time, but this is 2004 Ovation, his top prospect signature. Next card, someone probably in a similar vein to Lachie Neale, someone who isn't in that high-end Hall of Fame status, in my opinion, on just his playing ability. But Sean Burgoyne is definitely historically relevant because of being in the 400 game club, and I think this card's going to age pretty well, but it is one of those cards I'd be happy to get rid of for the right price. This one is, I think this is out of 770 this year, so this is 2001 authentic, yep, 770 cards, same release as the Nick Rewalt draft pick signature. And this next card, this is a bit of a curveball, I understand, but this is Darren Glass, who I see is probably top 2 fullbacks of the last 20 years, if you don't include Scarlett. So I'd say Rance and then Glass. I picked this up for $20, and I really don't see it as an investment card. I don't think people are going to get hype about Darren Glass anytime soon, and I don't think people are going to get hype about Backman anytime soon. But I think it is a bit disrespectful for Darren Glass, one of the top 2 players of his position, his best rookie card signed for $20, about 23 years after release. So it's just too good a deal for me, and it really does fit in my PC because he is a lock in the Hall of Fame, I think. Moving on to the super core PC for me. These are the cards that I'm definitely never going to let go. The first one being Chris Judd. Same release as the Hodge. This is his gold draft pick signature out of 225. There's a silver variant as well out of 650, but this is the rare one. This is Judd's best rookie card. I picked this one up for $200, I think, and I'd be very happy to pick more up at that price these days. But they don't sell a whole lot, and there's no hype in this card, but I think this is a super safe investment going to the future, and something I'm definitely looking at at doubling up on or tripling up or whatever I can do. But this is the only Chris Judd gold DPS I have at the time being. I haven't really been going through prices for all of them, I think, but the Burgoyne was part of a deal. I probably paid $50 to $60 for it, so I think that's a pretty good deal for the Burgoyne. Next card is the Gary Ablett. I made a video about this card as well, but I haven't shown it on camera. It is in hand. The quality on the paper is a very thick cut, and it's got the vintage style graphic, but it also has a vintage style kind of printing, I think, because it's a real matte finish, I'd say. It's definitely not glossy, but it looks amazing in hand. This is 29 out of 60. Bit of history about this card. Once again, I'd recommend looking at my previous video for more like in-depth detail, but this is released in 2000 and, well, it was released in 2007, but these cards were produced in 2003, and there was only 60 made. 2003, if you know, is Gary Ablett Jr.'s rookie card year in footy cards. So this is a hugely significant card. This is probably the #1 card in my collection right now, actually. I paid $585 for it, so it definitely didn't come cheap. But being number 29, being his best rookie card, I think this will age very well into the future. And I'm very happy to have it in hand and in the collection. So these are really all my top cards, just back to back to back. But this Lance Franklin, this one is from 2005 Dynasty, his platinum draft pick, numbered to 130 copies. This one is number 68. Sometimes you see these really off center. This one is dead center, which is great to see, but it does have that, I don't know if it's a print defect or whether someone dented it, but it's probably just a dent like within the pack. But even with that, probably my favorite looking card I own. I've said that before, and I'll probably say it for the next 10, 20 years. But yeah, something I'll never let go of, and I bought it for $160 in 2020. And now you can see these sell for $500 plus. So that was definitely a good choice to buy it then. I should have bought more, really. The next card is Paddy Dangerfield. This is the gold signature from 2008 Classic. Yep, Classic. And so this is the second tier out of 400. There's also the platinum out of 100. I've shown this card before. I'm a huge Dangerfield fan, but this specific card doesn't speak to me as much as the platinum. It's something I would once again sell for the right price, but it's a beautiful card, and Dangerfield's only going up and up and up in legacy, in my opinion. Hopefully he gets the Geelong captaincy. I think he really deserves it, and I think he'd really want it. He's the kind of player who wants the challenge, wants to be remembered, I think. For better or for worse, that's his personality. That's at least my perception of him. Next card, the exact same card, just a different number. So I bought these both for about, I think I paid $70 to $80 for these two each. And they've been selling for a bit more after the premiership last year, selling between 110 to 140. So small gain on that one. But I'll probably sell one. If you're interested in one, I'd be happy to sell one for current market price. I'd sell it for 130 shipped or something. The next one is the platinum. This one is out of 100, like I just mentioned. Number 42 of 100. I bought all my Dangerfield platinums for between $200 and $300. They're going for a bit more now, but these are cards that will never leave my side. I'm never going to be selling these. I love Dangerfield as a player, and I think public perception will change on his career as we go forward. And he's going to be so active in the media. He likes being out and about and seen, so he won't be forgotten in the footy world. That's a platinum. This is another platinum. Very clean signatures as well. This one's number 35, so this is his jumper number, which adds a bit more value. This is the first big footy card I ever bought. I think it was 2016, 2017, when Danger was clearly the best player in the competition, or at least in 2016 he was. Dusty came along in 2017. But yeah, just a key piece in my collection for the time being. And finally, the third Dangerfield Platinum draft pick. I tripled up on this while I was away. I just had to. I thought the prices were too cheap. I bought the last one for $260. That's just way too cheap. For a card of Dangerfield numbered out of 100, signature, yeah, his best card. It was just a no-brainer. I would have bought more if they came up for the same price. This next one, Nat 5 Platinum Draft Pick. As you've probably heard me say, this is his only rookie card, and it's out of 200 copies. This one's numbered 143. Dustin Martin has a card like this as well, a rookie card, but the difference is Dustin Martin has a lot of other cards from 2010 as well, whereas Fife just has this card. With him transitioning to forward this year, I think he might have a bit of a resurgence. I think he'll be great in the forward line as long as he can start kicking straight, but I think that will be the only thing that holds him back. This is another key piece in my collection. And then I doubled up on this card as well when I was away. I think I bought the second one for $200. So once again, it was just too cheap, and I'll continue to buy them for that price if they keep popping up. This one is number 155. Next card is the Matthew Pavlich draft pick signature. This one is out of 800, and it's the same release as the glass actually. This is a card that I think I bought all my copies for about $100 each. That's a pretty good price to me. It's not going to boom anytime soon, but it is one of the safest cards to buy for $100 in my eyes. And yeah, I think it's going to slowly creep up in the future, seeing as what Pavlich did for Freo and how good of a play he was just outside of that as well. Got another one here. Pavlich is probably the best signature on a draft card I've ever seen. So that just adds something else to this card for me. And finally, we've got the third one. You can see a consistency in how I collect. I know which cards I want, and as soon as I know that a certain card is the one I'm looking for, I'll very easily buy 2, 3, 4 copies of that same card. And I think I'll just continue doing that as long as the price makes sense. There's certain cards like the Buddy Platinum Draft Pick, which I bought for 160 and now it's going for 500 plus. I can't justify paying 500 plus in the moment, so I won't be doubling up on that. But if these keep coming up for $100, I'll probably just keep buying them. That's my game plan at least. And finally, we've got the Nick Rewalt draft pick signature. I'll zoom through this, but we've got 1, 2, we've got 3 of these as well. Another great signature, another great player. Nothing more to say about that. And then we'll go into the cards which are firmly in my PC, which are graded. There's not a whole lot. Usually when I grade, I tend to sell a lot of them because they're low to mid-end cards, and I generally like to collect the highest end card of each player I want. But some of them I do collect, especially as placeholders, waiting for other cards. And also if they're very high grade, I think that's definitely worth piecing as well. So these are a couple examples. We've got the Christian Petrarca All-Australian rookie insert. So Petrarca's rookie release is 2014 Future Force. That's where you'll find his green signature and his red or black signature, as some people call it. But this is one of his other cards in the release. I think it's his only other card in the release, and it's has a print run of about 1,000. So in 9.5 gem mint condition, I think this is relatively rare. I bought it for $20. So it's just a great deal. And like I said, it's a bit of a placeholder because I'm not looking to spend hundreds of dollars on his signature rookie cards for the time being. Next one is the Hearn rookie. I bought this for, I think it was $15 all in. So it's just too cheap for me. Hearn, it will be a Hall of Famer himself. Even though he will be a low-end Hall of Famer, he will still be in there, and having this card makes sense for my collection. The next lot is Gary Ablett rookie cards, base rookie cards from 2003 XL. Apart from this card, which is his kind of super high-end card from that year, which isn't exactly select, it's select Scanlens as a retro release. But other than that, this is his only other rookie card. It's a base card, so it has lots of copies, but I think it's going to go up in value a lot over the coming years. Well, not even value, it's going to go up in importance over the coming years, and people are going to grow to respect it a lot more. So I have a lot of copies, which I'm just going to hold on to. I haven't got a 10. I wish I had a 10, but I've got a lot of 9.5s. Got a whole stack of 9.5s, which I'm not going to get rid of whatsoever. I think this is going to be a very important card of a very important player. So I'm definitely in no rush to sell these cards. In saying that, I think it's definitely worth mentioning that the market hasn't really caught up to this, or maybe I'm just dead wrong, but yeah, the market isn't putting a huge value. I bought this one separately. I didn't actually submit this one. I bought this one separately for $50. So I think that's a good deal. I don't think it's like dumb cheap or anything like some of the other cards. But yeah, I think it's a fair deal for a grade card. The final graded card in my PC is this Dustin Martin base rookie 10. I'm actually going to get this reholstered in a new CJ holder because I think the new ones look a bit better, and I'm definitely holding on to this, so it makes sense for me to pay the $11 or whatever it is. But yeah, this is the final card. The next section I want to get into is the cards which I'm going to be sending in for grading. Some of these will turn into PC cards, but some of them I'll also be looking to sell in the coming years. But the first one, the Dustin Martin Draft Rookie. I really want this card in high grade for my collection, hopefully to go along with the base rookie 10, and then hopefully add a few more Dustin Martin rookie cards as time goes on, but they are very expensive. I bought this one for $90. They're currently going for about 100 to 150 depending on the day, but this one is in very clean condition, so I'm got my fingers crossed for this one at CGA. Next one, Tom Hawkins. I love what Tom Hawkins has done the last 5 years, so I went ahead and picked up his rookie card. I think this was $30 to $40. I've done a video on the history of this card as well, or the history of these two cards really, and how they came about and why they're rarer than the normal rookie card inserts of other players. But yeah, I bought this one for 30 or 40. I think I paid the same for both, but they're in very sharp condition, so I think they're going to grade pretty well. And those are the ones that I'm going to keep those for the PC as well if they grade well. These two are Danger rookies. These are in a different boat. These have a print run of about 800 to 1,000, whereas the other ones probably have a population of 2 to 400. And this isn't Danger's only rookie. He has the 2 signatures like I've shown. So I'm not hugely, I don't really need this card, but if I get a 10, I'll be keeping it. Next is this Trent Cotchin rookie. Tiger fans love him. I don't think he's as good of a player as they think, but he's for sure historically relevant to the club. So you've got to respect that. Next is this Eddie Betts Footy Faces from 2005 Dynasty. This is the same release as Lance Franklin's die cut actually, but this is Eddie Betts' rookie year. It doesn't say rookie anywhere in the card, but it is his first year of cards, and Eddie Betts is one of the best, if not the best, small forward of the past 20 years. So I really wanted to get a rookie card of his. I just love die cuts. I'm a huge fan of the design, so I'll be sending that one in. Next, we've got a few more Dustin Martin rookies. These are the 3 holographic Guernsey die cuts. These ones, they're very, very difficult to grade because with the normal card stock back, and then you got the holographic front, the way they cut them, I think these are all packed fresh, but they've got horrible edging. So yeah, it's very hard to get these in high grade, but I'll be sending them in anyway. I think I bought these for $30 each on average, and you see some going for a lot more online, but there is probably over 1,000 of these cards in circulation, so I don't think they should be worth a huge amount, but they definitely do hold some value, and I'm going to be looking to hold on to a couple if they're a decent grade and probably sell one as well. Next, you saw a glimpse, but we've got the Dustin Martin base rookies. I bought these for $10 each. I just think it makes sense when you grade it for $15, $20, you pay $10 for the card, and then if you get 10, you'll be selling it for 100 plus. So it just made sense to me. These copies are really clean, packed fresh apparently, so they've got a good chance of grading high. And yeah, if I get a 10, I'll keep it. Next, we've got these 2 Adam Goods cards. Look at the shine on these babies. Very nice. From 1999, from 2000 Y2K. But he debuted in 1999, so he's not really fitting in my PC in that way, but I'm a big Goods fan, and he was a great footballer, so I'm going to slip him in either way. These cards are the metal cards from the Rising Star from 2000 Y2K. They've got a print run of just over 1,000, I think, maybe 12 to 1,400, so not super rare. I picked them up about $10 a piece, but yeah, they're his best rookie card, I think, so it should be relevant going into the future. Another couple rookie cards which are low value, but they're the best rookie card of that player, is this Jono Brown base rookie from 2001 and this Dane Swan base rookie from 2004. So these I bought for about $1 a pop, but they're their only rookie cards. So I want to have both these players in my collection as high-end players from the last 20 years. Cripps, this one isn't in the perfect condition, but I thought I'd just chuck it in a holder. His DPS is just too expensive right now for me to justify, so this is going to have to be my PC Cripps for the time being. Next, we've got the Silverioli. Paid about $15 for this card. It's in decent condition. Probably going to chuck it in a holder. Then we've got the Gary Ablett. This one's raw. You can see it has some surface issues. I'm not even sure I'm going to send this one in. I might just keep it raw and sell it raw. And then next, I'm going to do a separate video on these cards, but I'll give you guys a very quick rundown for the time being. Jeremy Cameron, a very big player in the AFL circles right now. These cards are from 2012, his rookie year in cards, and he doesn't have many cards from that year. These are the most rare, even though they're not super rare. They are from the Champions, so it's the more kind of kids release, so they look a bit kiddie in their design. But yeah, there's 800 copies, if you do the math, roughly 800 copies. But what really got me into buying these cards is it comes like this. So it comes with a silver sticker on top, and you're told to peel off the sticker to get to the gold version. The thing is, where the sticker is put is not on the same player's card. So this, you can see it's a kangaroo's back. So most of these cards would have been peeled, leaving how many of 800 of Jeremy Cameron would still be stuck on the card. I would guess in circulation, maybe 100, maybe 200 of these exist, which makes it a pretty rare rookie card, in my opinion. And I'm just betting on that, and I'm going to put it in the holder, even though it's in pretty terrible condition. And that's going to be my best Jeremy Cameron card in my PC. So this next section is the sell section. I generally don't have many cards to sell, or don't sell many cards, because I only try to buy the cards that I want to keep. But sometimes I do end up with cards I want to sell. Usually it's because I buy cards in lots and I only want one card from that lot, say, and then the rest of the cards I have no use for, so I'm going to try and sell those. So let's quickly go through the sell pile, which is still part of the collection, some of the cards at least. This first one, the Stephen King, this is the one that goes with the Gary Ablett. So this is number 29. I think most people would keep this in the set with the Gary, but I almost think the Gary by itself has a bit more mystique to it. So if you want to buy this, I'll put a fair price on it, maybe a couple $100, because they are sought after and rare. But yeah, I'm definitely looking to sell this one. These next few, well, I've got the graded one now, so I don't really need these. These are just spare copies. I'm willing to sell these as well for about 10 to 15 a pop, probably $10 a pop. The Hearn, once again, got the graded copy now. Don't really need this. I'll sell it for $15. And the Gary Ablett, this is a base that didn't get through my grading screening process. I'm not sure exactly why, but yeah, I'll probably be selling this raw on eBay. Next, we've got the AFL W set from 2017. This is the one that I thought Erin Phillips was in, and she wasn't. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably try and sell it as well. And then we've got leftovers. I'd be willing to, if any one of the viewers wants to buy any of these, I'd throw in these ones with the transaction to sweeten the deal a bit. This one's the leftover from the Eddie Betts, and then this is the leftover from the Dustin Martin. And then we've got a bunch of draft rookies. I'll just open the package quickly. So let's flick through these. We've got Marston, Ebert, Harry Taylor, McAvoy, Cruiser. So we've got decent names. Henderson, Grimes, Joe Grant, Pentelhead, what do they call him? Microphone Head, Vez Premi, Loeb, and Reece Palmer. I've mentioned him in a video before. But yeah, I'm not going to be collecting these cards, so if you want to buy these off me, I'll do the whole set for, say, $30. And if you want to contact me, I'll put my Instagram in the, not the comment section, the description below. But I'll also put my email in for people who don't have Instagram if you want to grab these cards. Then we've got the graded cards that are a bit extra that I'm looking to sell. These are the Gary 9s. So I'm keeping the 9.5s, but the 9s, I'd rather keep my collection uniform and as high end as possible. So these are just kind of leftover for me. I've already got these ones on eBay, by the way, so you might see these ones up on eBay, even though the Garys aren't very popular. These are actually pretty popular still, which surprises me because I thought people would be only going after the 9.5s and 10s now that more has come to market. When I first did this experiment, I'm pretty sure I was the only one selling graded base rookies on eBay at that point, and now there's actually a lot. So things have changed. It's become a bit more normal in the market, I think, and the demand is definitely there because I have sold 4 of these already. These are up on eBay. If you want to contact me through email or Instagram, I'm also, this is the one I'm going to give away if I ever hit 140 subscribers. So this has been sitting waiting for that for about 2 years, which is pretty hilarious. But yeah, I'm happy to sell these through the video as well because, like I said, they're just extras to me. Still awesome cards, and still, because they're a 9 instead of a 9.5, you're getting pretty much the same card for just a much cheaper price. Personally, I like to collect the higher end stuff, you could say, or the higher grade stuff, because that I think has the highest chance of kind of raising in value in the future, raising in importance. But if you just want the card, this is probably makes more logical sense to just pay less for the same card. Okay, so on to the last section. Let's clear this stuff away. On to the very last section, and that is sealed product. I do love collecting sealed product, the biggest one being Select Prestige 2010. This is Dustin Martin's rookie year, and it also has the 5, and it has a Gary Ablett, awesome Gary Ablett signature in there. So I've got 4 boxes of this. I probably would sell a couple. I don't need 4, I don't think. But yeah, I'm definitely open to keeping them long term. I think it's a very safe place to put your money, and it's just awesome having these boxes knowing that it could be the Dustin Martin DPS inside. Okay, my phone died from the previous view, so I'm going to do a bit of roaming Brian style right now, but these are the last few sealed items in my collection. This is a case of 2013 Future Force, which has the Bontempelli rookie signatures in it, the gold and also the red or black. There's only 390 cases of these, and there's probably not too many still completely sealed, I wouldn't think. So yeah, there's 18 boxes in there that are untouched. I bought this for $850 in 2017 maybe. So that is appreciated nicely in value as well. Next, we've got the Supremacy Rookie. I'm part of the SEC, so this is my allocation. To be completely transparent and honest, I probably am going to sell this and reinvest in cards that I really want. I just can't justify ripping this at the value it's at, and instead I could just buy an exact card I want, like a Dangerfield or a Judd or a Rewalt. So yeah, it just doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. If you're looking to buy a box, I'm going to be selling it about 10% less than market value because I'd rather do it offline. But yeah, message me if you're interested. Same thing goes for these 2 2022 Optimum boxes. Completely the same boat. I know people get annoyed when you just don't crack it and you sell it, but if I don't sell it, and there's a high chance I don't as well, because I can't really be bothered putting these on eBay. So if I don't sell these, I'll be holding on to them just as sealed collectibles and holding on to them into the future in that form. Okay, that's my whole collection. Let me know what you think. I'd love to see other 2000s collections. I tend to see a lot of people collecting ultra modern, like 2018 onwards. And also I see quite a few vintage big collections, but I don't see people concentrating on 2000s a huge amount, other than Dusty, of course. So number 1, let me know what you think. Number 2, if you're interested in buying any of the stuff I have for sale, contact me using the stuff below. And thirdly, hope to see you next video. Cheers.